They first detected it on a quiet night in January 2025, when the deep space radio antennas in northern Chile registered a pulse unlike anything the researchers had seen before, a perfectly rhythmic signal coming from nearly 1,800 light-years away, repeating every 47 minutes with the precision of a machine, but the subtle fluctuations of something alive. And when the team filtered the data through frequency analysis, the hairs on their arms stood up because the modulation, the pattern, the rising and falling shifts of energy formed a structure identical to Earth's own electromagnetic signature, as if something out there had studied our planet long enough to mimic it and then began sending it back. At first, they assumed it was interference or a reflection of humanity. own broadcasts bouncing off a dust cloud, but the direction was wrong, the timing to clean, and the strength to constant, so they directed 3 more observatories toward the coordinates, and all 3 captured the same thing: a long rising radio tone followed by 39 seconds of absolute silence, then a second burst. And hidden inside the second burst was the shock of a lifetime. Because the signal contained a compressed imprint of Earth's resonance, the natural hum produced by the atmosphere, oceans, and geomagnetic field, but slightly altered, as if corrected or improved, as if the sender knew our frequency better than we did. When the team ran it through harmonic separation, they heard something that made the project lead step back from her computer in disbelief: a faint, almost whispered modulation repeating at the exact pitch of human speech, not in any known language, but forming the same phonetic structure as the word Earth. The closest audible approximation of our planet's name, as spoken in dozens of languages, like a voice calling out through the dark earth, Eth Arth. Over the next 2 weeks, the signal grew stronger, as though whatever was transmitting had adjusted its aim, sharpening its message with terrifying accuracy. Governments were alerted, backdoor space agencies began monitoring, and a classified summary was sent to world leaders warning them that the signal was intelligently structured, directed, and aware of Earth's natural frequency. Some scientists believed it was an interstellar beacon sent by an advanced civilization, a cosmic handshake reaching across the void. But others argued it felt more like a scan, the way a doctor might check for a heartbeat before performing surgery. Then came the third anomaly, encoded inside the signal's static. Buried under layers of radio noise, researchers found a set of repeating numerical sequences that matched Earth's orbital period, rotational speed, atmospheric composition, and even the Schumann resonance, details only someone observing us extremely closely could know. That was when people started to panic. How long had they been watching? How far away were they really? And why reveal themselves now? As the signal kept looping Earth's signature, news leaked, and amateurs around the world began picking up fragments with backyard radio telescopes, uploading raw data online. The public saw it for themselves: the rising tone, the repeating hum, and then the eerie modulation that seemed to say our name. A group of linguists compared the waveform to every known human language and found that its structure most closely matched how infants mimic words before they can speak them, as if whatever was calling us had just learned our identity. Then something happened that terrified even the optimists. The signal began to change. The next series of transmissions included a secondary tone that did not belong to Earth at all, a deep, oscillating pulse that sped up every cycle, forming what looked like a countdown. When researchers converted the waveform into a spectrogram, it formed a clear visual shape, a spiral, tightening at the center, almost like a galaxy collapsing inward. Was it a warning? A map? A mark of territory? No one knew. But on the 7th day, the signal suddenly cut off, replaced by an even more impossible event. Earth's own magnetic field began to vibrate at the same frequency as the signal, as if our entire planet was responding. Compass needles shook, birds migrated off course, GPS drifted. Something out there had synced with Earth, and Earth had synced back. Some believed another civilization had locked onto our planet to communicate. Others feared something much worse, that whatever sent the signal was triangulating us, homing in. A classified observatory report leaked online described a faint object moving through deep space. Dim but unmistakable, shifting its trajectory slightly with each passing day, and its path aligned perfectly with Earth. Officially, scientists denied the object existed. Unofficially, they scrambled to understand whether the moving object was natural or engineered. The last recorded transmission before the signal vanished entirely was a distorted version of Earth's resonance, But this time, it wasn't just our frequency being repeated. It was altered, slowed, deepened, almost as if the sender was no longer just calling our name, but confirming it had found us. Some scientists believe the signal was a greeting from an ancient star civilization. Others think it was a reconnaissance scan from something machine-like, something that listens, learns, and imitates before it acts. And a few whisper a darker theory, that it wasn't T calling Earth. It was calling for Earth, like a predator calling out to confirm its target. Whatever the truth is, one fact remains. The universe now knows our name, and something out there was close enough, intelligent enough, and interested enough to say it back.